What's up, Crabs? Today we're talking about a unit that has sort of just absolutely destroyed what once was pretty much the hardest stage in the game, and what was definitely the hardest challenge in the game, besides like whatever crazy thing Maniac King Dragonstack was doing with We'll Meet Again. Like, he just did an absolute ridiculous run. But anyway, Adherence to Virtue used to be infamously difficult because of the fact that, like, how do you do it with 4-star, no gotcha restrictions? Because the boss is just too hard pushing. Now, the previous strat was to do a frame perfect clip, which required, like, insane execution to clip a Bahamut cat past Socrates and then have him chip down the base while you struggle to defend. But that is no more, because Rapper Cat is here. Now in his first form, he's called Carpenter Cat, and first of all, he looks absolutely sick, but very annoying, and he is a meat shield like the other brutal admin bosses. He is the reward you can obtain from Jumbo Jones. He is pretty similar to both Maze Cat and the other one, the weird Jetpack Cat. And so he has a slightly longer than average recharge time for a meat shield, being 4.53 seconds, but he makes up for it with pretty decent health. It is lower than Maniac Eraser Cat, but he makes up for that in being resistant to red and floating enemies, and having Sage Slayer, and being immune to waves and freeze. So that's a pretty hefty just bundle of things, which is awesome. And that makes his health ridiculous against Sages. And you know what is a hard pushing Sage floating enemy? Socrates. He just counters the stage insanely hard. You can see in this gameplay, this was my first try. It trivializes the stage. You could beat it without a rich cat. This stage is not hard if you beat Jumbo Jones, which is quite an easy admin boss. And yeah, this guy is just absolutely busted. He has pretty good movement speed, good recharge time, and if you put a couple of resource combos in, he just becomes amazing, which is awesome. And yeah, he's sort of just pretty ridiculous, and like, he becomes even more ridiculous at level 50. In this clips, I just have him at level 45, but he can get up to 80,000 HP, and then with Sage Slayer, over 160,000, which is, like, that is just ridiculous for how quickly he can be spammed, and his DPS isn't terrible, too. Like, he is able to slowly chip down the boss, and yes, this run can be done a lot more efficiently. You did not need as much research combos, but I just wanted to do it at 5 units, to be honest, but it would definitely be nice to bring a DPS, because this run took 10 minutes, and you might also notice that he is resistant to red enemies, and that means he can take a hit from Newton, and nobody could take a hit from Newton before this. So what? They just broke Newton? Newton's not hard now. I mean, when he's buffed, when he's strengthened, he can one-shot him, but besides that, like, he's good. Like, he trivializes Newton up until 50% health, and then you have to start working a little harder, but by that point you should be able to deal with all the main threats, and it shouldn't be that hard. So yeah, this cat is just beyond good for the scenario he happened to be dealt with, and I'm pretty interested to see where this unit goes, because he is already a phenomenal unit, and honestly, I really like these brutal advent units. Besides Bowler Cat, I think Bowler Cat just doesn't really have a place in the meta. For how hard the stage is, it's sort of a disappointment, but I do love these meat shields. It would be awesome if we could get a really unique unit, like Green Shell Cat, because Green Shell Cat was just so fun. And this unit is going to be just absolutely essential in progression from here on out, because you need it to succeed. You need this to trivialize Socrates. And he does have Sage Slayer, which it can come in handy, and I mean, it is a very niche ability right now, but it's going to become relevant the more Sages there are, because Sages are very annoying and very powerful, and Sage Slayers will, I think, just eventually come into prominence. Anyway, that's my take on Rapper Cat. He's a very nice unit. What do you guys think about him? He's pretty cool. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, because, yeah, that'd be cool. Don't know what else to say. Join the membership if you like the content. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.